I still don't know how to make this video because what I'm watching is incomprehensible. Much in the way that the Rings of Power was out and out counterfeit, was out and out identity theft of Tolkien's world, Tolkien's names. Amazon's Wheel of Time Season 2 has proven itself to baffle me. I am at a place quite literally where I have no understanding of why they're even putting Wheel of Time on the title of this show. Now, I've said that before. What we just got today brings that to another level that, quite honestly, my brain is not capable of understanding. How you can say you're doing an adaptation of anything at all related to Robert Jordan's world. So this is a video. We've all seen stills of this with not LOGAIN and not Rand, and of course we've got LOGAIN eating a bowl of cereal, soup. Don't really care. Chili? Who knows? Apparently, he is at the same mental health facility as
with people who struggle with their mental health.
What this show calls Rand al'Thor.
How long are you going to wait?
So what I'm guessing is all the noise you're hearing in the background are all of the crazy people in Carhean. At least that's what the show would have you believe.
I'm sorry?
Before you ask me what you want to ask me, a few days, a few weeks, but if
you had a showrunner who said they were adapting Wheel of Time, that they loved the books. That has not been obvious on the screen since the first 20 seconds of episode 1, season 1. And now it is abundantly clear to me, having suffered through this shit for how many years now, that Rafe Judkins not only doesn't think Robert Jordan told a good story, but that he actively hates what it is that he said he could do. Let's watch a little bit more of this.
it's taken you months to work your way in here. You're more patient than I am.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me, boy.
Once again, Josh Stradinsky, this should have been a Witcher career-launching show for everyone here, for all of the actresses, for the ones playing Egwene, Nynaeve, for the guy playing Perrin, who all he does is breathe through his mouth, for whoever the hell is playing Matt this season, and we'll see if he makes it to next season. This should have been a career-defining trajectory through the roof if you would have done something even vaguely close to the source material. You would have had something on par with the phenomena of Witcher season 1. And if you really played it right, if you really even cared about this or knew what you were doing at all, adapting anything in the fantasy realm, you would be talking about building something that would find its way to the big screen if they didn't want to do all of the books here on Amazon. Okay? You could have had that. Instead, Amazon did this. Now, I don't know who's more to blame in all this. Is it Jennifer Sulky? Is it Rafe Judkins? Is it Amanda Schumann? Is it all of them? Are there unnamed executives? Is it the diversity, equity, and inclusion policy? I don't know. But this is a case where you had something that could have been a phenomenon as great or more great than the Game of Thrones, but it was never going to be Game of Thrones. It was going to be something completely different.
I remember you from Tarvalon. You watched those women berate me through the streets like an animal.
You must be confused.
Nah. I can see it. When another man can channel, there's a glow. And yours was brighter than any I've ever seen. I'll never forget looking up and seeing you sitting on that wall.
I spent several hours today trying to figure out how to cover this. And the reason why is This is so wrong. It's so wrong in every way. And yet they brought in these people who can form these shots that look a lot better than season one. It doesn't make any sense. Why did you deliberately make all of these changes to fundamentally change the whole point of doing an adaptation about the Wheel of Time? To create this substandard nonsense. Look, we had a CSI investigative flashback moment here to season one, and somehow they actually changed the shot aspect ratio of what was originally on the screen. This scene you're seeing here never happened. This isn't real. The guy named Rand that is on screen is supposed to be doing something else. They gave all of that to another character. That's what's breaking my brain. This could have been pretty good. This could have gotten that built-in fan base, the ones that all showed up for the premiere for episode 1 and then left after they saw what you did to this world. They're not going to come back. This is what we get. This will never be made again in my lifetime, and given the way the world is going, we'll probably never get to see this ever again.
I want to know how to control it.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, this isn't your typical salty video with lots of clever edits and the soundtrack and everything else like that. And the reason why is at a certain point, when something has become, it's not even that it's diluted, that's the problem, is that whatever the intention was behind this, it, to me, was never ever about telling the actual story that was in the books. Now, the question was that intentional? Was that driven by corporate mandates? Or was that due to just absolute incompetence? I'm willing to entertain any three of those answers, as well as maybe little parts of all of it. Here we are. Articles coming out over and over and over and over, rationalizing about how changing the entire character and story of the main protagonist, the Dragon Reborn, drives the story forward. Changing all of that is actually better because it actually fixes Robert Jordan. Rafe Judkins, Amanda Schumann, Jennifer Sulky are fixing Robert Jordan. We'll see what the professional reviewers say. Those should be coming out probably in a couple of days, and I'm very interested to see what Hollywood Reporter, Forbes, a lot of the people who pointed out some very important things in season 1, what they're going to say about this. I've said it before, the one blessing we have is all of this has to stand on its own merit. They can use Screen Rant and The Verge and Polygon to sell all of this narrative to try and get people who love the books to watch this show. I don't think it's working. At the end of the day, this has to stand on its own. Without Rafe Judkins running his mouth, calling us all divisive book fans, it's just this. I'm Salty Traveling C. You have a good one.